So you have to just take down this numerical, which is a third example based on this IC engine testing and performance. Write down this numerical. A 6-cylinder engine operates on 4-stroke cycle. A 6-cylinder engine operates on 4-stroke cycle. Operates on 4-stroke cycle. The bore of each cylinder is 80 mm, 80 mm. The bore of each cylinder is 80 mm and stroke 100 mm and stroke 100 mm. The clearance volume per cylinder is 70 cc. The clearance volume per cylinder is 70 cc. 70 cc. Cc means it is cubic centimeter. Then at a speed of 4000 rpm, n is given at a speed of 4000 rpm, the fuel consumption is given is 20 per hour, 20 kg per hour, 20 kg per hour. In previous numerical, this hour was given separately. The test is conducted for 1 hour. Now here it is clearly mentioned about it is 20 kg per hour, and torque developed is 150 Newton meter. And torque developed is 150 Newton meter. See, if the value of torque is given, then definitely we need not to know about which dynamometer is used for testing, because based on that particular dynamometer we will be getting the different formula to find out torque. But right now it is clearly mentioned about torque, so you need not to think about which dynamometer is used. Calculate. So in previous numerical we have calculated 2 parameters only. Here you have to find out the multiple parameters. So we have to calculate first parameter, brake power you have to calculate. Then second, BMEP, brake mean effective pressure. Third, brake thermal efficiency. Brake thermal efficiency. Then next parameter, this is the important parameter, relative efficiency. You have to find out relative efficiency if mechanical efficiency is 80%. Mechanical mechanical efficiency is given, which is given as 80%. Based on that you have to find out the relative efficiency, and calorific value of fuel is also given, 43,000 kilojoule per kg. So here we have to determine 4 important parameters. So same here, now you have to write down what important parameters which have been given data. Okay, what has been given? A 6-cylinder engine operates on 4-stroke cycle. The engine given as 6-cylinder. So for example, you have to write here number of cylinders. I can say small n1, number of cylinders, which is given as 6. 4-stroke cycle. 4-stroke cycle is given. We know that in case of this 4-stroke cycle, this small n is equal to 2. That we have to use in the formula. Then the bore of each cylinder, which is given as 80 mm. So bore diameter D is given as 80 mm. This is nothing but 8 centimeter, or you can write it in meter, 0.08 meter. Similarly, stroke length is given 100 mm, which is equal to 10 centimeter. This is equal to 0.1 meter. The clearance volume per cylinder, this is a different parameter which has been included in this numerical. Clearance volume, we know that for clearance volume we use VC, and for swept volume, that is nothing but the CC of that particular engine, for that we use VS. So this is clearance volume VC, and clearance volume is given as 70 cc. This is nothing but 70 cubic centimeter. At a speed of 4000 rpm, so capital N is given as 4000 rpm. The fuel consumption is 20 kg per hour. Fuel consumption MF dot is given as 20 kg per hour. At torque developed is 150 Newton meter. Capital T is given as 150 Newton meter. Calculate. Now we have to calculate these parameters: brake power, BMEP, brake thermal efficiency, and relative efficiency. Now we can go on calculating one by one. So brake power, we do have different formulas in order to find out this brake power, but here they have not mentioned about any dynamometer used. They have directly given the value of T. So we have the basic formula to find out brake power, which is the formula 2 pi nt by 60, or rather 2 pi nt by 60,000. So I need this in kilowatt. So you can directly substitute the values. You have all the values. See, 2 pi nt, 2 pi n2, n which is given 4000. Value of torque is given 150. Newton meter divided by 60,000. So simplify this, you will get the answer for brake power. (62.83 kilowatt). 62.83 kilowatt. Please verify answer whether you have got the same answer or not. So this is the first parameter which is asked. Now the second parameter, which is brake mean effective pressure. Brake mean effective pressure, which we can write in this formula: Pi or ppm, which is equal to, see, to find this ppm, we have this formula, brake power is equal to PBM L A capital N divided by small n divided by 60,000. This is because it is in kilowatt. If it is in watt, it is only 60. So now I have to find out this PBM, but you have to see whether you are having all the values or how many unknowns are there. So I have L A capital N small n 60,000. Definitely we have calculated the brake power also, so we will be able to find out this ppm. Here the most important thing that you have to consider, see, this brake power that you will calculate with this formula will only be for a single cylinder, but here it is clearly mentioned that a 6-cylinder engine. So in this formula is used to find out the power of that particular cylinder, but they have clearly mentioned about this is 6-cylinder engine. So to find out the brake power of all the complete engine, you have to multiply it by number of cylinders. So you can just substitute these values, PBM into L 0.1 pi by 4 d 0.08 square into this n is given as 4000 rpm divided by, we know that this small n is 2. This is because the engine is used as 4-stroke engine. So this is 2 into n1, number of cylinder is 6. This is 60,000. Brake power that you have calculated 62.83. See, these types of linked examples will be asked. See, if there is a problem with your brake power calculated, then definitely you will get this answer as wrong, even though you are using the same formula or right formula rather. So if this is correct, then definitely there is a probability that your second answer will be correct. So 62.83. So you have to simplify this and you will be able to get this value PBM. And the value of this mean brake mean effective pressure is 6.25 into 10⁵ Newton per meter square. So you will get the answer in Newton per meter square because you have used all the terms of Newton and meter itself. So obviously I have converted this into 10⁵. This is because I can write now this in the form of the bar, because usually the pressure is represented in this term. So PBIM is nothing but 6.25 bar, brake mean effective pressure. So you have calculated the second parameter, brake mean effective pressure, BMEP. Now brake thermal efficiency. So this is again a simple, by using the same formula in the previous numerical also we have calculated brake thermal efficiency. So we use NBTH, which is equal to brake power mass flow rate into calorific value. So brake power you have calculated here also the same way, it is linked to the first parameter you have calculated. So 62.83 divided by mass flow rate, which is also given 20 kg per hour, 20 divided by 3600, because we only use kg per second. So I have converted into kg per second and into calorific value. So calorific value 43000. Now you have to simplify this. we will get the answer from this third parameter asked, which is brake thermal efficiency. And the answer for this brake thermal efficiency is 0.263. 0.263. In percentage, it is 26.3%. Brake thermal efficiency. See, efficiency is always write in percentage form. So you have to just multiply it by 100. So it is 26.3%. So now we'll move towards getting this relative efficiency. If mechanical efficiency is 80%, so I'll just rub this. So this is again very simple to find out the relative efficiency, but for that you should know the formula that you can find out or use to find out this relative efficiency. So relative efficiency can be indicated with this NR, which is equal to, so the output in this case we have discussed in this engine performance parameters lecture. So it is NI divided by NA, means indicated thermal efficiency divided by air standard efficiency. If you know these two values, then only you will be able to get these values NR. Now you do not have calculated this value, or you have not calculated this value also. So now you have to think of these formulas. So first NI, indicated efficiency or indicated thermal efficiency. So indicated thermal efficiency can be calculated from this formula, brake thermal efficiency divided by mechanical efficiency. This is the formula that can be used to find out this indicated efficiency or indicated thermal efficiency. And then to find out this air standard efficiency, we have one formula which is 1 minus 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1. This is specific heat ratio, and here we know that this is R is compression ratio and this is specific heat ratio, and the value of this gamma is, we know that this is 1.4. And to find out this compression ratio, we have one formula which is Vs plus Vc divided by Vc, means swept volume plus clearance volume divided by clearance volume. With this formula we will be able to find out this R. So this is the formula that we have already covered in air standard cycles. So now the final formula that you have to use is this NR. But prior to that you have to find out this indicated thermal efficiency and air standard efficiency. So we'll just use this formula. So first we'll use NI, which is equal to NB divided by NM. So we have calculated brake thermal efficiency, and we have calculated this brake power also. So based on that you will be able to get, see, mechanical efficiency, the value of mechanical efficiency is already given, which is 0.8. Nm is equal to 0.8. 80% means 0.8. So you need not to calculate this value. So brake thermal efficiency, what is the value which we have already calculated? 26.3 or 0.263. 0.263 divided by 0.8. So indicated thermal efficiency 0.3288. 0.3288. And now you can move on calculating this. See, you have got this value now. Now you have to find out this value, air standard efficiency. To find out air standard efficiency, you can use this formula. Air standard efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon r raised to gamma minus 1. But prior to that, you have to find out this compression ratio. Small r is compression ratio, and this to find out compression ratio, which is r, we have to use this formula Vs plus Vc divided by Vc. The value of this clearance volume is given. I have to find out the value of this Vs. So how to find out the value of this Vs? Means swept volume, which we can call Cc of that particular engine, pi by 4 d square. We know that this pi by 4 d square is area. Pi by 4 d square means, for example, if this is a cylinder, volume swept by piston, for example, piston is moving from this point to this point, TDC to BDC. Then the volume swept by piston while moving from this TDC to BDC is nothing but the swept volume or Cc of that particular engine. So this volume we have to calculate. So we know that pi by 4 d square is area. I'll get this area, this top portion area. But if I am multiplying this by L, then definitely I'll be getting the volume. So pi by 4 d square into L. This is nothing but the swept volume. So now see which parameters you know. We are having this d, L also. So you will be getting the value of this Vs. So this is equal to pi by 4 into d, diameter is given. Now we will consider this in centimeter because this clearance volume is given in centimeter. So we will just simply consider this diameter is centimeter. So this d is nothing but 8 centimeters. So this is 8 square into L, which is 10 centimeter, 10. Just simplify this, you will get this Vs in centimeter or cubic centimeter. 502.65. 502.65 centimeter cube or Cc. Now you have got this already Vc clearance volume is given, so definitely you will be able to find out this R, and therefore this R is equal to Vs. You have calculated 502.65 Cc. Then Vc, the value of Vc is given 70 cubic centimeter. So plus 70 cubic centimeter divided by 70. So you will get this compression ratio. So what is the value of compression ratio? It is 8.18. 8.18. Now you can apply this formula to get air standard efficiency, and based on that air standard efficiency you will be able to find out the relative efficiency, and that is been asked in the fourth parameter. So use this formula directly, you will get this value. Air standard efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon R, 8.18 divided by, this is 1.4 minus 1, which is equals to 1.1 divided by, so 1 minus 1 divided by 8.18 into 0. Raised to 0.4. Just simplify this, you will get the value of this for this air standard efficiency, and the value is 0.5686. 0.5686 or 56.86%. So now I am having this value, air standard efficiency, the value of air standard efficiency, and value of this indicated thermal efficiency. So now I can just substitute the values in this formula. So this is a formula where I have to substitute the values. So relative efficiency is equal to indicated efficiency 0.3288 divided by 0.5686. So simplify this, 0.5783. So multiply it by 100, you will get it in percentage, 57.83%. So this is the last answer or last parameter which is asked. So sometimes the numericals may consist of some simple formulas. Right now this is also, these parameters are also we have discussed in engine terminology. What is VS, what is VC, what is R, this compression ratio. So in this way you have to just practice different numericals, and definitely you get to know about some specific terms or specific formulas or some basic formulas used. Those formulas might you have to use in your exam when these types of numericals will be asked. So we'll stop here. So this was about getting the simple performance parameters. So probably in next lecture we'll be discussing about heat balance, or we'll be solving the numerical based on heat balance.